All right, here we are, Wrigley Field. Let's talk Chicago. So, 3 things to know. Deep dish pizza. Everyone's aware it exists. Wildly overrated. Number 2, Chicago hot dogs. Very underrated. Love them. Sport pepper, pickle spear, big slice of tomato. The weird onion, celery, salt, or whatever. And then Italian beef, which is my favorite thing about the Midwest. I miss it tremendously. Thin sliced roast beef, marinated in this amazing au jus. Get it with mozzarella, I get it with sweet peppers. And then they'll take the whole sandwich and dip it in the gravy. And then hand it to you as this soggy, amazing, messy sandwich. Best thing, it's not a well-known thing, but if you've seen the show The Bear, that's based on Mr. Beef on Orleans, which I've been to. Is not my favorite beef in the city, but it's very good. And you got to put on your to-do list if you go to the Windy City. Deep dish pizza, however, wildly overrated. It's so heavy. It's a special thing you should eat once, but it's not the kind of pizza that people from Chicago eat every weekend. It's just too much for that. It's like a holiday pie is what deep dish is. So don't be misinformed, people. Deep dish is good. You got to try it. Wow, I broke my bat somehow. Is this related to my feelings about deep dish pizza? I don't know. I hit that like a million feet with a broken bat. A lot of exciting things happening here at Wrigley today, folks. A lot of exciting things. I lived in Fishtown during my second season playing in the Atlantic League for the Camden River Sharks, who are now a defunct team. And they played in Camden right across the Ben Franklin Bridge. Man, I got that one good. Get out of here, ball. And so Philadelphia is a very special place to me. Those 2 seasons of my baseball career were really just amazing. Things came together. It was after I came back from my second Tommy John surgery, which was a really difficult time for me. And so Philly just a lot of really wonderful memories there. Now, the cheesesteak scene. Let's talk about it. My favorite is not Pat's. It's not Gino's. It's Steve's, Prince of Steaks. Location in Rittenhouse Square. Get off that scoreboard. I might knock that scoreboard down. See how good my insurance is. And you have to try them all. I highly recommend getting Cheese Whiz, because you're going to have an option most places for provolone or whiz. And I used to get onions, but as I've gotten older, I kind of hate onions now. Don't know what that's about. Maybe I'm ill. Maybe I should go see a doctor. I don't know. But I used to get a whiz with. Now I get a whiz without. And I miss cheesesteaks every day of my life. They're so good. Get out, ball. Here we are, Nationals Park. This is my home city now. I grew up in Baltimore. I now live in D.C., so I walk to Nationals games. 143 off the bat. Terrifying. More evidence that I am a cyborg. Get out, ball. But the cool thing about Nationals Park, because it is kind of a cookie-cutter modern ballpark, is just the way it's integrated into D.C. It's in the Navy Yard neighborhood, which is not my favorite neighborhood, but again, it's like very walkable. Like you just walk into the ballpark, just like you would a restaurant. And D.C., if you haven't spent significant time in D.C., it's a really beautiful city. It's very strange compared to other cities. It feels fundamentally different, in part because there's so much federal. There's so many federal buildings and places where it just feels less neighborhoody and less gritty than other cities. But it has so much green space, it has so much history and culture and character. It has a terrible food scene. Anyone who disagrees, you can fight me. But it's a really, really interesting place to live, especially in the summer, because there's so many parks, there's so much green space, so much good people watching. Many, many reasons to spend a good week in DC. Get out, ball. Hey. All right, let's go get this gold ball. Teddy Roosevelt's ghost is going to guide this. No, it's not. That's out of here. See? Teddy Roosevelt always comes through. So let's take a look at some of these other features. You can obviously get rewards, you can claim experience points or get money, and you can use those to buy new bat grips, new bat skins, stickers, all sorts of stuff. So if you're into that, you know, the more you play and the better you do, the more points you get, the more you can customize your kit and swing a cool bat, swing a cool grip, make it your own, that kind of stuff. So there's also a digital trophy room, so you can stack all your hardware as you progress through the game, win new awards. And there's a clubhouse, so you can deck out with your favorite team's gear. You can customize this however you want. There's some pizza laying around, some potato chips, some ranch dressing, all this sort of stuff. But you can customize this clubhouse however you like. All right, we're here in PNC Park, which I've never been to PNC Park, but it is beautiful. It's on my list of places to go. I've spent time in Pittsburgh. I've driven through the bridge, which if you're not familiar, you drive through a mountain.
Could this one be the first?
And through this tunnel. And then when you leave the tunnel, you're suddenly on this bridge, the yellow one that you can see out in the distance, or one of the two yellow ones. I don't know exactly which. And then suddenly the whole Pittsburgh skyline comes into view, and it's just an incredible moment while you're driving. I've crisscrossed the country many times, and that's still one of the most memorable moments on the highway that I have in my memory bank. So I really want to go to PNC Park. Now, we all know that there's not a single person in the entire world who cares about the Pirates and whether they win or lose, but they just have a really nice ballpark. We can all get behind that. So that's one thing I like about this, is just the wildly unrealistic exit velocities. Okay, 111. That one was within reason. That was like a million. All right, so here we are, Oriole Park at Camden Yards, one of the most beautiful ballparks in existence. Adios, ball.
That's out of Yosemite.
If you've never been here, the warehouse and right that was built into the ballpark was just, it was one of the architectural marvels of its time, still is. Did I get that out of here? Almost. Only 142 off the bat, children.
1 minute left.
Get over those bullpens. They have the beautiful double-decker bullpens in left center, which is a very cool feature. Also, if you don't know Baltimore, it's all about crabs and Old Bay. And fun fact, when I eat a frozen pizza,
45 seconds.
I cover it in Old Bay. Just a nice crust. Makes the pizza basically look brown. It's amazing. Dip it in some ranch, kids. 142.3 off the bat.
30 seconds.
And go Apo Taco here.
There's one. High and deep.
All right, last stop on this tour, Petco Park, which is just gorgeous. I've never been here, but man, the skyline in the outfield, that warehouse built in the left, a lot of sort of like features, just like you saw at Camden Yards. Really beautiful place. Hope to visit here one day, watch a game. Look, if this is something that you love, baseball, ballparks, being immersed into it, definitely check out this app, the MLB Home Run Derby VR game. It's on the MetaQuest store. It's just moved from the App Lab, so it's like a brand new release. You can play right now. And I've had a lot of fun. I've been enjoying the MetaQuest. I've been enjoying some of the VR baseball stuff that I've been doing. It's a good way to just kind of stay connected. And if you're a big baseball fan, you know, get a couple buddies. They have a multiplayer mode. They have a tournament mode. There's a lot of new features where this can be a fun thing to pal around with, you know, when you have people over, screwing around in your basement, playing some games, and want to engage in baseball. So check it out, the MLB Home Run Derby VR app on the MetaQuest. You're going to enjoy it. I know I have.